Hi, it's Maggie, the Irish Gypsy, here to bring you your November 2017 mid-month general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today and welcome any newcomers. Thank you to all of you who continue to like, share, subscribe, and post to my YouTube channel. Your comments, support, and feedback are always welcome, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. A big thank you to those of you who continue to keep me so occupied and busy with personal one-on-one readings, both my new clients and my regular ones as well. Thank you so much for that. It's always an honor and a pleasure to read for you. If any of you are interested in a personal reading, live or recorded, and you haven't read with me before, you have, and you've forgotten the information, you can click on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage for more information about what I do and the services I offer. I do a wide variety of readings, all different types of spreads and focuses in just about every main area of life. And I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week, so current turnaround time is pretty fast for personal readings, live or recorded, anywhere from a few days upwards of 3 weeks, but almost always within a 2-week period of time. I can set up something for you. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you, and I can always get back with you within 24 hours of your initial contact with more information. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. And that is for, it's 24/7, unless I'm sleeping, of course, and you have to wait till I wake up. It's for immediate or very quick answers to quick questions, like quick answers to quick questions. You have a decision you need to make really fast, or something you need to look at or want an answer to really fast, or you want a short reading via text. You can find me on there. They also just added a brand new feature to that app, video chat reading. So that's pretty cool. You can check me out on there. You can also find me on that Instantgo app under Irish Gypsy. So all my contact information you can find by clicking on that About button on my YouTube channel's homepage. My contact information is also attached to the description on every video I post. So moving right along, make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. You may find that at sometimes they may play out a little more predictively for you than your primary zodiac sign or sun sign. And by watching all three, if you know them and if you can, just gives you a bigger picture of what's going on in your life for the time frame that the reading covers. Because these are general readings, there's lots of you watching, as I always say, and it's not going to, play out the same, resonate the same, in the same area of your life to the same degree and intensity for everyone who's watching. I mean, that would be impossible because you are all so different and individual. Everybody has different things going on in your lives. But whatever area of your life that it resonates for you in, the details and specifics may vary, but as I always say, the energy fundamentally remains the same. But try to watch sun, moon, and rising if you can to get just a more clear picture of what's going on. So moving right into the reading, this reading is for the water sign of Cancer, Cancer the crab, for November 2017 mid-month. We're looking at the last half of November 2017, the last 2 weeks. I'll be pulling 2 cards for each week, with an additional 5th card from the bottom of the deck representing overall energy and guidance. Let us see what's going on with the water sign of Cancer, the crab, for the last half of November 2017. Okay, Cancer. We have the Star, beautiful card, followed by the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant, accompanied by 2 cards. I got to stick with that since that's what came out. So the Hierophant, the last week of November, is accompanied by the King of Cups and Judgment both, because they both came out at the same time, although the King of Cups came out on the bottom first, which I feel for the most of you represents you, water sign. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the Fool. You have both my favorite major arcana cards in your spread, Cancer. You have the Fool and the Star both. Love those cards. Let's just take a look here. I feel like a lot of you are being asked to try something new or try something different for the last half of November. This may be energy around a situation or a relationship, whatever area of your life this is resonating in, which may have been ongoing, but it looks like the focus is in the last half of November, the last couple weeks of November. I am recording these in the 2nd week of November. And you're being asked to have hope and faith in something. And I feel like for a lot of you, that something is in the material world itself. Although, again, as I always say, there's a lot of you watching, so this may relate for some of you in the relationship sector of your life, or even in spirituality area of your life. But for a lot of you, it's material, and it has to do with job, career path, work, a project of some kind. It could be, I feel like for some of you, it's an entrepreneurial business. Those of you who own your own business or are self-employed, working for yourself, or you contract out, you may be asked to... You may be considering trying something new, starting something new, or making changes to something which is already in place, is what I'm getting. And the star is asking you to have faith in whatever is compelling you to do that, whatever intuition or feelings you're getting around that. And also that as long as you do the work that's required to put into it, that it's going to lead you where you want it to go, which is basically what the star and the Eight of Pentacles together represent. The star is a card about hope, faith, optimism, but it's renewed hope, faith, and optimism. It's a card whose energy shows up often after a dark period or a challenging period, something maybe difficult to deal with. Like when someone's been sick for a while and they finally start to recover. Someone who's gone through a bad breakup or divorce or something of that sort, and they kind of went off to do their healing thing or call into an emotional cave, as some of us do sometimes. And one day they wake up, realize the sun is still shining, life is still meant to be lived. Kind of a sickness into healing, darkness into light, winter to spring. So after a tough time, and it could be that for some of you, we have the Hierophant here too, and this Judgment, stepping up to the plate, owning your responsibilities. But then your overall energy is the Fool, which is about new beginnings and sometimes taking a risk or stepping off the beaten path. For some of you, this is going to be job, work, and career. You may own your own business or be self-employed. I feel like, especially with the Fool as overall energy and guidance, the Fool is about potentials and possibilities and what you have to do in order to achieve those, which can represent often stepping off the beaten path, going outside your comfort zone to do something you might be uncomfortable doing or that you've never done before. And the star is about having hope and faith in that. The Eight of Pentacles is the worker bee card. It's Pentacles, which is earth energy. And in the tarot, the energy of the Suit of Pentacles, it's earth energy, and it often relates to our material world. Things like money, finances, property, real estate, assets, job, career, projects, tangible things, or tangible results of the efforts we put into something in our lives, whether it's tangible or intangible. Could be relationships as well. It's a card about having a goal and putting in the effort and the work that you need to so that you can have the results at the end of the road. It can mean putting in a lot of work, working overtime, getting up early, staying up late, being focused, determined, persevering, attention to detail. You can see he's putting just as much attention and detail into this Eighth Pentacle as he has to the 7 he's already completed. He may be working a lot, putting in a lot of hours, maybe sacrificing some things in order to do that, because he has a goal, he has a dream, a vision, something he wants to achieve, and he knows that the work he puts into it now, even if it's a lot of work, and even if he maybe has to miss out on some things, he knows it's going to be worth it, that the outcome is going to be achieving his goal, achieving his dream, his desire, what he's building, what he's working towards, and having just a real sense of absolute faith and confidence in that, in knowing that the road that he's on and the work that he's doing is going to pay off. Beautiful, beautiful energy. It's either what you're manifesting or what you're being asked to manifest and consider. Now, next to that, towards the end of November 2017, we have the Hierophant, accompanied by 2 cards which came out, the King of Cups and Judgment. The King of Cups, I'm feeling first and foremost, is you, manifesting you, being in your own element, manifesting the best of the character traits which are inherent to you and your sign and to your element, which is water, which is the element which governs cups. And in the tarot, this energy manifests as emotional energy. It's in the emotional area of our life, feelings and relationships as well. Kings and Queens represent individuals who've reached the mastery of their suit, so they've matured beyond the page energy energy, the night energy. They've learned all the lessons, and now they're kind of at the top, manifesting the wisdom and balance of the elements of their suit, which is emotions, feelings, relationships. The King of Cups is often called the King of Cool too. You won't often see him losing his head because he's able to remain emotionally grounded and stable, even when the situation around him is chaotic, or when there's a lot of turbulence going on or a problem rises. Everybody else might be panicking, but not the King of Cups. He's got it together. He's balanced. He has access to his emotions, but he doesn't allow them to rule him or kind of go on a yo-yo. He's very balanced in the middle of that, but yet loving, nurturing, always knows the right thing to say. Great source of support, love, and feedback and encouragement as well. So it's just being in your own, and it's paired with, and it came out with Judgment, which is another major arcana card. You have 4, so it looks like a pretty significant, powerful last half of November for you. Judgment is about knowing what's right, doing the right thing, stepping up to the plate, owning your part in it, whether it's a part you've played in something going wrong, and doing what you know to be the right thing to do to kind of fix it, doing your part. It usually shows up when someone has made a significant decision, when they've made a really good, this is about good, healthy, balanced decisions about health and wholeness, doing the right thing, knowing the right thing, stepping up to the plate, taking responsibility. And it shows up when a person has made a significant decision in that energy. They've made a decision, they've taken action, they've set something in motion. It's the right thing to do. In work and career, it can represent your highest calling, manifesting it as your work, you're being, your what you love to do and what you do for work coming together and being the same thing, manifesting your higher calling. In relationships, it can represent stepping up to the plate and doing everything you can, your part and then some, and bringing a relationship back together, and a relationship kind of coming back together again, or being fixed or reconciling just when you thought it was on its last legs, because of the efforts of the people involved, because it's about prioritizing what's really the most important thing here, laying aside everything else that doesn't matter, all the petty stuff, all the grudges, anything, doing what's right, stepping up to the plate. And it's paired with the Hierophant, which is a card about convention, tradition, deeper commitment, establishment, walking the prescribed path, going along with the group. Sometimes there's a certain sacrifice of individuality or self-expression, but the payoff is having the shelter of that umbrella of belonging to a large group. In work and career and business, it can represent large corporations, businesses, institutions, religious organizations. In relationships, it can represent marriage, taking a relationship to another deeper, more committed level, whatever that might mean to you, getting engaged, meeting the parents, marriage, moving in together, purchasing a home together, going into business together, something like that. So, and your overall energy being the Fool, which is about potential, promise, stepping off the beaten path, taking some risk, wanting to achieve something out of the ordinary. So you have to choose a path that's maybe out of the ordinary for you in order to achieve that, considering what's possibility. It's about that space in between something ending and something new beginning, considering potential and possibility, and maybe taking a risk to achieve them. Being balanced, of course, because the Fool can sometimes go a bit off the deep end. We want to make sure there's water in the pool before we jump. But he's here to remind us that it's good to set goals and to work towards those goals, but he's about the journey, each step of the journey, and what you do along the journey, and doing different things, enjoying those things, stepping out of your comfort zone to achieve something different. Some of you, I'm getting a strong energy towards the material world, job, work, career, projects. Some of you may be working in a corporation, working for somebody else, and you're considering, and maybe you've been considering for a while, working for yourself, going into business for yourself, starting your own thing. And you're being asked to have faith in that. Some of you may be in the process of doing that or transitioning into that. You may be struggling with, am I doing the right thing? Am I ever going to get there? It feels like I'm working so hard. But the Star card says you're on the right path. Do it. Whether or not you're working really hard under the umbrella of something else or with someone else, because you have a dream, a vision in mind, you may be feeling tired or worn out or exhausted, you're on the right path. For those of you who are considering doing something different, modifying something, stepping off on your own completely. You may be in the process of doing this. You may have already recently done this. It looks like the support and divine timing and orchestration is at play, and it's highly supported here. Some of you, this may be in relationship energy. It could be religious path or spirituality. It could be a project as well. Again, it's a general reading. It's going to manifest differently for people. The energy is the same. Some of you, you may be being asked to step up to the plate and take more responsibility in order to achieve something different, because judgment in career and work also represents leadership ability too. You may be being asked or feeling like the best thing to do is to step up and take leadership over something. It could be leadership over a group of people, an organization. Again, I'm getting entrepreneurial energy as well. It's manifesting in a lot of different ways, but I feel a lot of energy around the material world. So whatever it is, you're being asked to step up to the plate, to do what you feel compelled to do, to have faith in the amount of work you may have been and are putting into this already, knowing that it's going to lead to where you want to be. Manifest the best of the inherent character traits that you already possess. You are the King of Cups, Cancer. Stay emotionally grounded and centered. Don't lose your head, even if other people might be around you. For others, I mean, this could be a group situation too. It could be that you're over a group of people. Maybe you're working on a particular project with other people and you're tired, they're tired, you're wondering if this is going to pay off, if this is going to be worth it. You're really taking a risk here. Maybe you're doing a startup company or some other kind of project, and it's like, you know, you're on the right path. That's the underlying message here. You're on the right path. Have faith. If there's something you need to do or a risk you're considering doing, or what you're doing is risky and you may be in maybe a little fear and anxiety about that, again, you're headed in the right direction. Keep stepping up to the plate if you already are. If you're not, you're definitely being asked to. It's going to be worth it. It's all going to pay off in the end, Cancer. Beautiful reading, strong reading, very rooted sort of energy. So that pretty much wraps up your November 2017 mid-month general reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you found it helpful, useful, that it's validated or clarified things for you, because that's ultimately why we do these and why we watch them. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the About button for more information. You can also find my contact information there, and also attached to the description of all the videos that I post. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you and set up a personal reading. I do all different kinds, and turnaround time is pretty fast. For quick answers to quick questions 24/7, you can also find me on the smartphone app, Instantgo.com. You can also find under Irish Gypsy, you can also find my contact info, my link to that under the About button as well, and attached to each video that I post. You can do just get one quick answer to a quick question there. If you have a decision you want to make, or you want a fast answer to something, a short reading via text, or they just added a new video chat option, which is cool. For the rest of you who want a more traditional, deeper, longer, intensive one-on-one reading, just email me, and all that information you can find by clicking on the About button and looking at the description of all my videos. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks, Cancer, for the December 2017 general readings. And until then, gosh, the time is going so fast, isn't it, this year? We're already almost in December. Until I see you again in a couple of weeks, Cancer, as always, I wish each and every one of you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.